my mouth, but my head in the clouds, yeah. I can feel it rising, bound to the earth, but we could ascend, yeah. I'm realizing I feel both feet lift off the ground. I can levitate with every thought that believes I close.
What's up, guys? In this video we're going to cover a few of my favorite shoulder exercises. For those of you that weren't aware, there's actually going to be 4 parts of the shoulders that we're hitting in these workouts. Those are going to be the anterior, which is the front of the shoulder, lateral, which is the side, posterior, which is the back, and then I'm also going to show you all a lift to do that will target your trapezius, and that's the area right up here. And if you do all of these, it'll help get you broader shoulders, fill out those shirts. It's just going to be an overall great lifts for you to do. So let's go ahead and break down what the lifts are. So this lift right here is behind the head military press. It's going to do a great job of working the anterior and posterior because it keeps your shoulders pinched back, which is the posterior, while doing standard military press, which really is just like a good compound lift that hits all of the shoulders. So if you go until failure on this, then it's going to be a superset, which means that there's going to be no rest between this exercise and the next exercise we do, which is going to be the front dumbbell raises that you see right here. Now this lift is just straight anterior. It's great. It's going to be really challenging to do. Try and keep your arms as straight as possible so that you're really working those shoulders, and try and avoid, like, also if you do that, it'll avoid hitting the biceps instead, which you don't want to do on this particular lift. Really make sure to get it as high as possible. Aim to get it over your head if you can. Alright, this is actually my favorite shoulder lift. It's going to be a triple superset. It's one arm presses with for each side. You're going to do your right first, as many as you can. And then no rest, switch it over to your left hand. And really make sure that you're getting the full extension of your arm. This is a good tricep secondary workout as well. Alright, for the third part of the superset, you may want to drop the weight because it's a much harder lift to do. And it's going to be a lot of momentum here where you're swinging it from side to side. So try and keep your arms as straight as possible and get it as high as you can as well. And this is going to work all 3 parts of the shoulder for the anterior, lateral, and the posterior. So it's really good. You're going to look extremely cut after doing this, guys. Alright, this last superset that I'm going to show you, this is what I was talking about where it's targeting only the posterior, which is going to be a really hard area to hit, but it'll build up the definition between your shoulder and your triceps if you actually do these, right? Try and spread your elbows out and bring the rope in towards your head. You may have to lean back a little bit to just counteract the weight of it, but if you do this and really focus on pinching your shoulder blades back, then you should feel it great. And for the second part of the superset, we're just going to do dumbbell shrugs. So just get a weight that's comfortable for you, kind of keep your knees bent a little bit. If you keep your shoulders pinched back, then it will target the larger mass of the traps, which, like I said, is going to help you like really fill out those shirts, and it's just going to be a good lift to do. Make sure you're pausing at the top and bottom as well to really get the full force of the lift. So there you guys go. Those are 3 supersets that you can very easily mix into your shoulder workout. That by no means is a full shoulder workout. You're definitely going to want to mix in some other stuff as well. Very easy to find out just like a general military press. General Google search will really tell you what you can add to it to really fill it out and make sure that you're hitting it as hard as you possibly can. One other point of advice, on the second lift that I showed you where you're swinging the bar over your head like such, you're going to want to make sure that you put the bar in some sort of a pivot. Not all gyms have this, but what you can do to kind of make your own makeshift one is on a squat rack, there's generally just like a metal corner that you can kind of like stick the bar into, and it's not going to move too much. You may have to like put a weight behind it or something like that to really keep it from moving around too much, because obviously there's a lot of movement in that lift, but I'm sure you guys can make it work. Pretty much every gym has a squat rack. It's a really good lift to do, so it's definitely worth the trouble. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions about shoulder workouts, please feel free to leave us a message on the site. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it as always.